Hey everyone, Dylan with the HD Perspective. Got the Mac Tools flyer for the month of May. We're going to go through it. There looks like there's a few deals anyways. Let's check it out. First up on the top of the page, there's a 3/8 air impact wrench for $275.99. Not a bad price. Looks like it's fairly decent. Then 4.4 inches short. Sweet. Good deal. $24 off. Then at the bottom, they have their ball peen hammers. To me, not very useful just because the handles are so long. I don't know, maybe for certain applications they're alright. It's not a bad price for getting 3 hammers. But maybe you just need one of those, maybe the 40 ounce. I don't know. I would prefer a dead blow hammer with the hard steel face on it instead. I'll leave a link in the description below to maybe a good one to try out. Here we've got a tap and die set with some drill bits and what looks like an extractor set too for $446. I would expect the set to be a lot more comprehensive than that for that price. I mean, you can get a decent set for probably between 100 and 200 bucks, I would say. And for something that you hopefully don't have to use too much, I don't know if it's worth spending almost 500 bucks on getting one of these sets. Down below they have a slide hammer kit and also a 10-piece race bearing and seal driver set. I know one of my coworkers has this set. I think it's made out of aluminum. I don't know, you probably want something a little more sturdy if you're going to be driving races. They'll get pretty banged up. I don't know how well they hold up. Maybe for seals they're not too bad. $251.99 for the whole thing. It's probably actually a decent enough deal. On this page we've got some flex head ratcheting wrenches, both metric and standard. You get both sets for $336.99. I've said it before in other flyer review videos, but I don't think that ratcheting wrenches are worth $336. There's just no way. You can get a lot better price on them. And it's something that, like me personally, I guess it comes down to personal preference, but I don't really use them a whole lot. Every once in a while they come in handy, but I don't use them a whole ton, so I don't feel like it's necessary to spend a whole whack of money on them. And also knowing how Mac usually operates, these wrenches likely aren't Mac wrenches. They're probably rebranded something else. I'm not sure. But if you do some digging, you could probably find them for a lot cheaper. The bottom of the page, they've got a 3/8 drive metric deep socket set, and then you get some floor mats for your car thrown in for $228.99. Definitely not worth it. No way. Here we've got some quarter drive metric universal socket sets, and then it looks like they're throwing in the standard set as well for $311.99. Once again, I don't know, it's probably rebranded. Look, Precision Torque. I'm not sure where that brand is coming from, if it's one of Mac's, entry-level brands or if it's rebranded something or other. $311 though, I don't think so. There's just no way, not worth it. And then they've got this little breakout box for testing CAN bus systems. $383.99. Well, I guess if you do a lot of diagnostic work, troubleshooting OBD2 communication issues, maybe it's good. I don't know. I don't really have much experience with it, other than I noticed too it's made by OTC, so maybe you can go direct to them. I always thought OTC stood for the overpriced tool company, and they're definitely living up to their name with this one. This page, they got their Dewalt stuff. I've had good luck with Dewalt. They're a pretty good quality tool. They've got a polisher, and I guess they'll throw in some pads and some waxes and stuff like that for $286. If you do a lot of detailing, it's probably not too bad. Then they've got one of their 5-piece tool sets. Actually, I own most of these things, and they're pretty good. $718. It's probably a decent price, $84 off. Not bad. Here they've got a Porta Power kit. At least that's what I call them. And they actually do really come in handy for a lot of different uses. $359. It sounds alright. I'll check it out. I think this is probably another rebranded tool. I'll do some digging, see what I can find, and I'll leave a link in the description below if I find something. Here they've got a surface blaster kit, and they have those rubber eraser wheels. Those actually work really well for removing decals off the doors of trucks. You know, if you're selling a truck from your company or something, or removing pinstriping. They seem to work fairly well for that. As far as the price goes, $385. I know you can get attachments, rubber erasers that go on your air drill or whatever, so don't know if you need that tool specifically. I guess if you do a lot of it, maybe, like if you work in a body shop or something like that. Up top, they've got a hot stud gun starter kit, I guess for welding studs. $362. You know, I've always just used a MIG welder, but my studs that I've had to weld are fairly large. Maybe this is better for doing the small stuff. 6-piece upholstery and trim tool set for $72. That actually is decent enough price. Decent kit too, looks like. If you do any kind of dash work or stuff on the interior, good kit to have. And they've got a paint denibbing filer for $20. Sure, I don't know. Never needed one. This page, just a bunch of Autobody stuff. I'm not going to really talk too much about it because it's not really my area of expertise, but it's there if you want to take a look. I've said it before, I don't really care if there's sunglasses in the flyer or not. I don't really go to Mac Tools to go glasses shopping, but sure, maybe. And then they've got a motorcycle lift for $17.95. Looks like it's actually fairly decent, $120 off. And they've got their tool carts and a toolbox. No prices though, so you know it's going to be expensive. But hey, if you got money to burn, why not? You can even pick your favorite color. Now this is something I never thought I'd see in a Mac Tools flyer. A wire piercing guide. This is how you can tell if you're a hack mechanic. If you pierce wires, you don't know what you're doing. If you're new to the trade and you've done this in the past, you need to repeat after me. I will never pierce a wire again so long as I shall live. If you've been in the trade for a long time and you continue to do this, there is a special place reserved for you in Mechanic's Hell. Here you'll have to use a cutting torch to cut steel into a corner so the sparks shoot back into your face for eternity. On this page you got a 1/2-inch drive electronic torque wrench, plus you get a 10-piece 1/2-inch drive metric Allen socket set for $503. You know, seems to be par for the course for those electronic torque wrenches. They're definitely nice, especially if you're doing a lot of engine work. If you're not, then it's probably not worth it. You can get something else. I like the Precision Instruments torque wrenches. I mentioned them before in other videos. I'll leave a link in the description below for those. They're like the split beam style with the turn wheel on the side. That they're really quick to adjust and you don't have to back them off after you're done. These next couple pages are their scan tools. You know, I don't really know too much about them. I'm not an automotive guy, so I work on the big trucks and stuff like that. We have different tools. Whether or not they're good or not, I can't really speak to it. Definitely expensive, but maybe for what you're getting, it's worth it, and you can make your money back. Here are some tools from their expert line. Little socket set, buy one, get one, $108. Yeah, you can probably just go to your local parts store or hardware store and pick something up that's very comparable. And then they've got, for $200, a 1/2-inch drive metric impact socket set. Looks like a nice enough set. I don't know about the price though, $200. You know, Tecton's always got some pretty good sockets. Check them out. I'll leave a link for them in the description below. And then some earmuffs for $32. And they've got a flashlight here for $155. Oh, and they'll even throw in a free charger and a battery. How convenient. No, get a Streamlight flashlight. They're really good and not nearly as expensive. And a couple pages of their Mac Tools swag. Stuff we all get. Maybe just drop 10 grand on a toolbox and you'll throw in a free shirt or something. And then the last page actually looks like a fairly decent deal, $120, and you get, a ratcheting screwdriver and the looks like a ratcheting T-handle as well, and then a whole pile of different bits, all the kind of oddball stuff that you only see every once in a while. But hey, if you don't have it, then you can fix it, so it's probably worthwhile getting. Anyways, that does it for this video. Thanks for watching so much. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. We'll talk to you in the next one.